Thought today I would hang out with you guys. I am 16 weeks pregnant. Please don't mind the background. I'm literally out of breath for everything, so please don't mind that. And the background's a mess because we're kind of like in the middle of rearranging our room for our baby. I am gonna get ready to film how I found out I was pregnant video and maybe get that up first before I post this vlog. I'm gonna go feed my cat and then I'll hang out with you guys. Hold on. Ever since finding out that I was pregnant, I have not been doing any sorts of makeup for the past like 3 to 4 months now because it's so tiring, it's exhausting, it's so much work. And it's funny because before I was pregnant, I was like, you know, I'm just gonna do my makeup all the time, you know, take advantage before the baby's here. Like, I want to be done up. Like, there's so many things that I was like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna do that when I'm pregnant, and I'm literally doing the opposite. It's kind of funny how like that works. I think it's crazy how I'm pregnant. I never thought I would, even though I wanted to have kids. I think, you know, if it's meant to be, it'll be, you know? So, but yeah, me and my husband are very excited. There's so many things that I wasn't prepared for, and I didn't think, I guess there's like a lot of things that I wasn't mentally prepared for before finding out. I also didn't know that when you find out you're pregnant, you literally have to change some products that you use. I guess some products can be harmful to the baby. I had no idea that was a thing. So that was new to me. It was kind of stressful because you're like, okay, well, what can I do and what can I not use, and like what's safe, and you just like want to be as careful. I think also hair products too, like hair shampoo, I think. Gotta be careful with that stuff. I don't know, I guess that was a thing and I had no idea. So right now we are going through a crazy heat wave. If you live in California, then you know that it is absolutely crazy here. Now that I'm pregnant, or like, I know like me being pregnant is only gonna be for, you know, a couple more months, but it's harder for my body to cool off basically. It's just really hard. It's really hard, especially like even if it's like 95 or like 100 even. It's just, it's so hot for me. I'm just uncomfortable, and it takes longer for me to cool off than a normal person because the amount of blood flow that you have now is a lot more. They say it's pretty dangerous to be in really hot conditions when you're pregnant because you don't want to overheat. I haven't been able to leave my house as much as I would want to, and I really love taking walks with my husband in the evening, and we can just like talk and just catch up because it's like it's really like our time to like really talk about our day and like unwind, and I just like love it. I just love like when we get to catch up on our walks, but I haven't been able to do that because it is way too hot now. I kind of want to go over a little bit on how I found out I was pregnant, just in case my other video, you guys don't want to watch the other video. But basically how I found out I was pregnant was I honestly felt like there was an intuition. There was something telling me that I needed to take a test, and I made a little comment to my husband literally like a week before, and I was like, man, if I'm going to get pregnant, it better be now because if I'm not going to get pregnant right now, then I don't want to have kids for at least a long while, for at least another couple of years. So I said, it's either it's gonna happen now or it's not gonna happen for a while. I was kind of saying that in a way where the job that I have now isn't the best ideal job, but as of if I'm gonna be pregnant and sick, this would be the job that I want to be at, not at a job that I would need to go in person, because right now I do work from home. That's the whole reason why I was like, you know, if I'm gonna have a kid, I want to have it right now. But if not, that's fine. I'm honestly really glad it worked out the way that it did. I was basically like, if I'm gonna have a kid, I want to have it right now before I quit this job and get another job, because I was getting a lot of interviews and I really felt like I was about to quit my job. I kind of told myself in the back of my head, I was like, you know what, I think I'm gonna take a pregnancy test on Monday before I go on this other round of interviews, just to be sure that I'm not pregnant and I get into this new job. I went on to the weekend. Everything was like normal. I did notice that I was a little hungrier than usual. Like I was hungrier, and I noticed that I was a lot more tired. I was taking naps a lot more often, but I didn't really think anything of it because I was thinking, oh, okay, well, I'm just exhausted because I've been looking for jobs all week and it's super exhausting to look for a job. I didn't really think anything of it. And we had the weekend. Me and my husband had a good time. Monday rolls around, I wake up and I'm like, okay, you know, I'm about to start work. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a test. Like, I should take a test. I just knew right away, as soon as that test came back, it was positive. It was definitely positive. I was like, wait a second, that looks, even though it was really like faint, I just knew something was up. So as soon as like I took that test, I came out of the bathroom and I told my husband, I was like, look at this test. Does this now look like a positive test to you? He's like, calm down, like it's okay, like we don't know for sure, like do you have another test that you can test with? And I was like, I don't want to take another test with the cheapy ones, because those ones are kind of hard to really tell. I was like, I think I have another one, those more expensive ones in the closet, let me go find it. So I went and found that other test that I've been keeping, and I even told myself months and months ago, I was like, I do not want to take that test. Like, I don't want to use this good one unless I really know that it's going to be a positive. As soon as I did that test, it came back positive literally like right away. Like, not even a whole minute. It just was like, bam, positive. Like, it was just straight positive. And I was like, what? And I was like looking at my husband, just staring at him. And I was just like, this is positive. And I was just so in shock. Like, I was completely in shock. And honestly, I'm still kind of in shock because I still can't believe it. Like, I started crying because it's such a surreal moment, honestly, to even go through that feeling. First thing that I did after finding out that I got that positive is that I called my doctor, my OB office, and I started the hunt on trying to find a doctor and to get me an appointment to do an ultrasound to confirm the pregnancy. They were like, you know, we can't see you until you're at least 8 weeks. And I think at that time I was like 4 weeks. So I was like, okay, like, and of course those 4 weeks are so dreadful because you're just so nervous. Is everything going okay in there? Because you really don't know, because you can't really see in there. Literally that day that I found out that I was pregnant, I started to feel pregnancy symptoms. I don't know if it was like just in my head and I was like getting in my head about it and I was like, oh wow, I'm so pregnant. But that day I was so exhausted and I started cramping, and it started scaring me because I was like, wait a second, I shouldn't be cramping. Come to think of it now, it was implantation cramps, or you could like when the egg goes into the uterus where it was implantating. I act like I know what I'm talking about, but I really don't. It was implantation, basically. Next week, I started to feel nauseous. I started to feel really, really sick. And it was horrible. It was honestly horrible. But a part of me was like, you know what? I may be sick right now, but at least I know everything is okay. Like, being sick was like a good indicator. I was like, okay, you know, at least I'm sick, you know, at least like that's a symptom where I'm like, okay, I'm pregnant. I should be okay until I go see the doctor. Ugh, look at this. Ugh. These are not the lashes I like. Being pregnant, I noticed that I don't have crazy mood swings like I used to with PMS. Like, I feel like I'm pretty level-headed for the most part, honestly. There's certain things that like still get to me sometimes. Like, I'm like, okay, that wouldn't normally bother me. But like, you know, I gotta give myself some grace. Like, of course things are gonna still bother me, but things normally don't bother me as much as they used to. I did find out the gender before my husband, so I was able to record his reaction, but I kind of want to keep that to myself. I want to just have that for my memories. with him. So that one will be for me. 50-50 if I really want a gender reveal, because a part of me is like, well, we can just tell people, we can just be like, hey, this is the gender, but I know that's not really that fun. We could do the gender reveal, you know, we can all get together. It's been so hot, I just like don't want to do literally anything. So like the thought of doing a gender reveal kind of makes me want to throw up. Also because I'm still nauseous. I am really thinking about it on whether like that's what I really want to do. Basically like what's been going on with me, yeah, I am still nauseous. I'm still pretty sick. Turning 16 weeks, I'm not like as nauseous because I still get really sick when I don't eat every 2 hours. Now I feel like that's a given right now. Should I curl my hair or should I leave it like this? I don't know, I think I might just leave it like this so I don't have to worry about it. I was gonna do a nude, but maybe I should do like a brown. Okay, so I think I'm done. Yeah, I could literally talk about pregnancy forever, honestly, because it's my first pregnancy and my first time everything is just so new to me, so there's like so much I want to talk about. But if you guys have like any questions or if there's like anything you guys want me to talk about, I gotta explain like my cravings, what I thought the gender was gonna be. The next thing that is next up for me is that I have to do another blood test, I guess to check, I don't really know exactly, but I know it's something for the developing baby to see if everything is going well. So I gotta do that, I gotta do a blood test, and then after that I have my anatomy scan at 20 weeks. And then yeah, and then I'll be officially halfway through this pregnancy, which is so crazy. If you guys like these videos, please let me know so I'll post more about these. But yeah, just please let me know what you guys want to see. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.